Hello everyone, welcome to Engineering and Economy. I'm Dr. Nathan. Today we are going to discuss about nominal operating cell temperature. It's called NOCT in solar module. So last week we have studied about standard test condition. It is called STC. So in the STC we said that a manufacturer, solar panel manufacturer, testing the solar panel at particular environment, which is 1000 watt per meter square of solar radiation and 25 degrees Celsius of cell temperature and air mass of 1.5, and saying that particular panel will produce 250 watts, 300 watts, so whatever the power output. So this is the standard test condition. We discussed about the solar cell temperature is totally different from the ambient temperature of the air. So we said that the solar cell temperature is probably 5 degree to 10 degree more than the ambient temperature of the air. So now the question comes, how someone can identify or calculate the cell temperature. NOCT is about telling the performance of the solar panel to the temperature. I mean the response to the temperature. So it means it's simply NOCT is a standard of verifying whether a solar panel is good or bad in terms of performance to the temperature. So lower NOCT value is always better for a solar panel performance. So let's go get into deeper. So NOCT is another measure. So another testing is another, it tested in another test environment and saying that the NOCT, the operating temperature of the cell, is the particular value. So the nominal operating temperature, the NOCT, is defined as the solar panel temperature based on four main standard reference environment. So this is a different environment, like radiation level of 800 watts per meter square and wind velocity 1 meter per second. Because in the STC we don't have a wind velocity, here we are using the wind velocity because as I said in last video, when because of the wind velocity the heat will reduce. If we have a very good wind flow near the solar panels, the heat will reduce. Okay, and air temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. This is ambient temperature, and the inclination angle. So solar panel should be 45 degree from the horizontal. That's the angle. So with these four condition, we are defining the NOCT. So operating cell temperature, some value, let's say 40 degrees Celsius. It means at this particular scenario, 800 watt per meter square, and all these four scenarios, solar cell will be operated at 40 degrees Celsius. So that is means the NOCT. So that is the understanding that NOCT mean our panel will be operated at 40 degrees Celsius most of the time. Okay, so no NOCT, what is the equation? So why we are studying about NOCT? Now we have to find the cell temperature, because cell temperature is important. Because in last video we said that every degree Celsius increases about 25 degrees Celsius. 25 degrees Celsius of cell temperature is our standard test condition. If it goes to 26 degrees Celsius, the power will be lost by 0.5 percentage or 0.4 percentage, depending on the panel. So some percentage power will be lost. So every degree Celsius of increase of cell temperature, some power will be lost. So in order to find how much power will be lost, we have to find what is the cell temperature. So to find the cell temperature, we need to know what is a NOCT rating, NOCT value. So if we know the NOCT value, then we can use this equation simply to find the cell temperature. So NOCT value will be given, let's say 40 degree, 45 degree, 47 degree. These are the NOCT value usually you can see in behind the panels in the panel specification. And the cell temperature, the air ambient temperature, usually we can put the ambient temperature, and solar radiation. Solar radiation, yes. So at particular your place, what is the solar radiation, what is the ambient temperature, and all values you give, and this equation will give the what is the cell temperature. Let's look at the example question about finding the NOCT value. The NOCT is given here is 45 degrees Celsius, and ambient temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, and solar radiation is 1000 watt per meter square. So consider this PV module ratings of NOCT rating, and calculate the cell temperature of the solar PV module. So here we can use the equation T cell temperature equal to T ambient temperature plus solar radiation multiplied by NOCT minus 20 divided by 800. So if you put in this equation 25 degree Celsius is ambient temperature and 1000 is 1000 watt per meter square is solar radiation, and 45 minus 20 divided by 800, you will get the final answer of 56.25 degrees Celsius. This means that when we got maximum solar radiation 1000 watt per meter square, this module will reach 56 degrees Celsius. So the panel, the cell temperature will reach 56 degrees Celsius, 56.25 degrees Celsius. Okay, now for the system design, actually we no need to, if you search why we are studying NOCT in the Google, it says the NOCT is useful for comparing two panels with the same STC rating. A panel with a higher rated power at NOCT, for example, will generally result in a higher performance panel. So NOCT is basically we are using to test the performance of the panel. So if the NOCT value is high, it means it operating temperature is high. I mean, if you put in the equation, definitely the cell temperature will be high. So if the NOCT value is high, cell temperature will be high. If the cell temperature is high, then there will be power loss, because as we said again, above 25 degrees Celsius, if the cell reaches above 25 degrees Celsius, there will be a power loss. Okay, so we come to the end of the video. I'll give a quick summary. The STC is a standard test condition. We clearly defined it. And NOCT is another testing condition where we are telling that how much the operating temperature of the panel. But we are doing this set condition is different, like 800 watt per meter square, and different the air speed, everything is concluded. Four conditions are included. So at the another condition, so in essence, what we can do, we can buy a panel from the manufacturer, and whatever they're saying, 20 to 250 watts or 300 watts on the standard test condition, so that every panel manufacturer do the standard STC. But most manufacturer do the NOCT as well. NOCT, they give the NOCT performance value. It means by finding the NOCT value, we can clearly understand the panel, how much this panel will be heated. So it's simple. The NOCT value tells that how much your panel will be heated when it performing in optimum. Okay, optimum is like 1000 watt per meter square in the standard test condition. At a standard test condition, how much cell temperature can reach? Because that is a question, right? We said like cell temperature and the atmospheric temperature is different. So that question will be answered by the NOCT. NOCT tells the answer how much your cell temperature will increase. So we want the lowest value of NOCT. Okay, usually NOCT is 45 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius, but we want the lowest value of NOCT. So if the NOCT value is less, it means that panel will not heat it up when it performing at optimum level. So it's good for us. If panel is not heated up in it can operate at 25 degrees Celsius is best, because if the solar cells keep 25 degrees at 25 degrees Celsius of cell temperature, then we can get the maximum output. That is the STC saying, standard test condition, saying that if we keep at 25 degrees Celsius, we get maximum output. So NOCT will say that how much degree it will go above the 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, thank you very much. Please subscribe this channel and provide your support so that you can receive more such video with in-depth knowledge. Thank you.